Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we can do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. We can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? While we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch your toes again. Stand up straight guys and shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. And then we can put our hands on our hips and have a wiggle side to side. Nice wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And then we can go round and round, round and round, round and round, and stop. And then back the other way. Go round and round the other way. Round and round. And stop. And to finish guys, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent guys, have a seat. So welcome to today's math lesson. But who can remember what have we been learning about in the previous few math lessons guys? Anybody remember?
Area of rectangle.
Correct. First of all, we began learning about perimeter. And perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape, such as a rectangle or a square. But then we learned about the area, and the area is the total surface of a shape. So let's write that phrase on the board first. Area is spelled A-R-E-A. Of F, and rectangles R-E-C-T-A-N-G-L-E-S. So altogether, area of rectangles. Yes. And in the previous lesson, we learned about a special type of rectangle. The rectangle that is every side the same length. What do we call a rectangle with 4 sides? Perfect. We learned how to do the area of squares. S-Q-U-A-R-E-S, squares. So remember, when we were working out the perimeter, we would take the length and add the width. We don't have to do that with areas. With areas, it's only one calculation. We can take the length, and then we need to times the length by the width. The calculation for working out the area, guys, is always length times width, multiplying. Or in the case of a square, because the sides are all the same length, it can be length times base, because every side is the same length. But who can remember? What do we need to do with our answers for area? What number do we need to use at the end? 2, yes, because 2 represents the area squared. With perimeters, we don't need to square the area, but with the area, when we work out the surface, we always need to give the answer squared. And what we're going to do now is a recap of the previous lesson. I'm going to draw some squares on the board. I'm going to give one of the sides a unit of length, and then see if that student can come forward and work out the total area. So let's say with some squares. Okay, so we have a square. Now what is the length of the side that I have drawn here? 5 inches. So remember, with a square, if this side is 5 inches, every side must be 5 inches, because every side is the same. Now let's see who can come forward and work out the area of this square for me. And we'll begin with Prau. Prau, come and join me at the front of class, please. Stand here for me. So we have our square, and I have demonstrated that one of the sides is 5 inches. And now Prau is going to show us, by using the calculation, how to work out the area of this square. So Prau, take it away, please. Remember, with squares, we always times the number by itself. So it's 5 times 5. Any answers, guys?
5 times 5 equals 25.
Perfect. 25, in this case, inches. And then, at the end of the answer, like Prau has done already, we write the number 2 to show that the answer is area squared. So we can say 5 inches times 5 inches equals 25 inches squared. Prau, that was brilliant. Very well demonstrated. Big round of applause for Prau, please, guys. And let's do a couple more examples to show that no matter the size of the square or the rectangle, we always use the same calculation. So let's look at a bigger square. This time we'll use a different unit of measurement. Let's use 8 centimeters. Okay, so now who can demonstrate how to do 8 centimeters? So Pangpon, come and join me at the front. So using exactly the same formula, but this time it's not 5 inches. We have 8 centimeters. So 8 times 8. 8 times 8, guys. 64 centimeters squared. Pangpon, brilliant. You see, the same calculation every time. We just take the length of the side of the square, times it by itself, and then give the answer squared. So 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters equals 64 centimeters squared. Bang Pon, that was brilliant. High five. Big round of applause for Bang Pon, please, guys. Let's do one more before we move on to the next part of today's lesson. And this time, we'll use the bigger square. What is the length of the side of our square there?
10 kilometers.
10 kilometers. In real life, it wouldn't be that big. But 10 kilometers is very large. Well, Pak Bung, come and show us how to work out the area of our square. So now it's 10 kilometers. So how will we work out the area of a 10 kilometer side square? 10 kilometers times 10 kilometers equal 100 kilometers squared. Yeah. When we say it, we say 100 kilometers squared. But the symbol we use, instead of writing squared all the time, is just a number 2. So we can say 10 kilometers,
10 kilometers
times 10 kilometers
10 kilometers
equals 100 kilometers squared. And what we mean by the area is the total surface of each square every time. This is the area, guys. The total surface area of each of the squares. And that's how we work them out. Pak Bung, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Pak Bung, please, guys. So now, on to today's lesson. We're going to stay with rectangles, but what we're going to be learning how to do today is to solve word problems. Sometimes you will read a sentence that is a mathematical calculation, a word problem involving rectangles. So what we're going to do today is we're going to learn how to answer word problems involving the area of rectangles. So what we've got now, guys, is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also answer the questions. So for this PowerPoint presentation, it's a good idea to give our students a pencil and some paper. And as we do the word problems together, our students can work it out and they can ask for the answers. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at today's PowerPoint presentation, word problems involving rectangles. Okay. So word problem number 1. A painting measuring 15 centimeters by 9 centimeters is hanging on the wall. What is the area of the wall covered by the painting? So who can tell me, guys, looking at our word problem, what's the calculation we have to make? Brilliant. Well done. You see, you've identified the two numbers and the correct calculation. 15 centimeters times 9 centimeters. So I'll give you all a few seconds and then let's see who can get the answer. 15 times 9. 135. Anyone got anything different to 135? 135 we're saying? Let's have a look. 15 centimeters times 9 centimeters equals 135 centimeters. So well done, guys, but it's not quite correct. What have I forgot to do at the end? What number have I missed? 2. You see, we're working out the area, so we need the number 2 at the end to give the answer squared, like this. 135 centimeters squared. Yes. So we can say the area of the wall covered by the painting is 135 centimeters squared. Excellent. Okay. So now let's have a look at the next word problem. Uncle Tom's garden is 22 meters long and 15 meters wide. He wants to fence up the garden. What area should the fence cover? So what's our calculation, guys? Who can tell me the two numbers we need to calculate? Brilliant. Again, we're working the area, so we times. 22 is the length, and 15 meters is the width. So once again, I'll give you a few seconds. 22 times 15. 330. Brilliant. Anyone got any different answers to 330? Or everyone agree? You see, to work the area out every time, guys, we times. It's simpler than working out the perimeter, but obviously involves larger numbers because it's a bigger surface. So we can say 22 meters times 15 meters equals 330 meters. But once again, we have to put the number 2 on the end to give the answer squared. Uncle Tom's fence should cover an area of 330 meters squared. Okay? You're doing brilliant. Shall we do one more together? Okay. A square room. So notice square, okay? Remember, a square always has the same sides, the same length. A square room has 4 walls that are each 15 meters long. What is the area of the room? So remember, if it's a square room, all the sides or all the walls have to be the same. So 15 meters. What's our calculation, guys? 15 meters times 15 meters. Because we're working out the area of a square, we take the number and times it by itself. 15 times 15. And I'll give you a few seconds. Do we think? Any different answers to 225? Anything higher? Let's have a look. 15 meters times 15 meters equals 225 meters. But is my answer correct yet? What do I need to put at the end? 2 for squared. That's why I'm leaving it out every time, because I want you to notice the answer needs to be 225 meters squared. So what is the area of the room? We can say the area of the room is 225 meters squared. And this is how we work out the area of rectangles with word problems. Always using the combination of numbers and times them. And if it's a square, we times the number by itself. Any questions, guys? That was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation and how to work out word problems involving rectangles. And it's important to remember, when working out the area, always times the numbers. And when it's a square, we times the number by itself, because the squares always have sides of equal length. And coming up, we've got a board exercise for our students to practice word problems too. Well, first, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll begin with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now, let's do some stretches. 5 to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can do 5 to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Now have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. Now we can take our right hand and find our left foot. And then take our left hand and find our right foot. Now, our right hand and find our left foot again. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And to finish, guys, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So now we'll do a board exercise for some of our students to demonstrate how to answer word problems involving rectangles. So let's write that phrase on the board first. Word, W-O-R-D. And problems, P-R-O-B-L-E-M-S. And we're working with rectangles. So W-I-T-H. And rectangles, R-E-C-T-A-N-G-L-E-S. So all together, guys, word problems with rectangles. Okay, so what we need on the board first is we need a word problem involving rectangles. So let's see. Let's use the name of one of our students. Who can we use? I know, let's use Net. Net has a bedroom. Net has a bedroom that is, how many meters long is Net's bedroom? What shall we use? How many meters?
4.
4. Let's make it a little longer. 9. Okay. Net has a bedroom that is 9 meters long. And we will use Prel and 4 meters wide. So all together, guys, Net has a bedroom that is 9 meters long and 4 meters wide. So the question we want to know, what is the total area of Net's bedroom? Okay, So now we have a word problem involving a rectangle. Now we need a student to come forward and answer it. Net's bedroom. Let's have Pat come forward and answer this one. Okay, Pat, come and join me at the front. And let's read the word problem together one more time. Net has a bedroom that is 9 meters long and 4 meters wide. What is the total area of Net's bedroom? So let's help Pat out. What's the calculation we need to do? What's the calculation to find out the area, guys?
9 and 4.
Perfect. 9 times 4. We take the length and times it by the width. Okay. Equals 36. Okay, so we've got an answer, 36. But the answer is not just 36. What are we dealing with? Meters. So what letter do we use to signify meters? M. And then remember with the area, 2 at the end. So 36 M and then 2 at the end to signify squared. Perfect. So we've done the correct calculation. We've taken the length, 9 meters. We've times it by the width, 4 meters, to give us the answer, 36. But because we're dealing in area, we take the unit of measurement, meters, and have it squared. So we can say together, guys, Net's bedroom has a total area of 36 meters squared. And that's how we can work out the word problems involving rectangles. Pat, that was brilliant. High five. Big round of applause for Pat, please, guys. But let's do one more together on the board before the worksheet activity where our students have to do them by themselves. So I'll just clean the board quickly. Okay, so word problem number 2. Now this time, let's use another student. Let's use one of the girls. Nadia. Nadia has a square. So make a note of that, square. Nadia has a square painting. And each side is how many centimeters shall we have for Nadia's painting? 5. How about 8? Shall we use 8? A number we haven't used before. 8 centimeters. So let's say that together, guys. Nadia has a square painting and each side is 8 centimeters. Remember, because when it's a square, each side must have the same. So what we want to work out now, what is the total area of Nadia's painting? Question mark. So we have our word problem. Now we need a student to come forward and work out the area of Nadia's painting. Down. Come and join me at the front of class, please. So what we'll do first, let's read the word problem together one more time. Nadia has a square painting and each side is 8 centimeters. What is the total area of Nadia's painting? So Dan, can you demonstrate? So remember, it's square. So if one side is 8 centimeters, What are the other sides?
8 centimeters.
8 centimeters too. So we take the number and we times it by itself.
8
Times.
8
Perfect.
equals
Equals.
4. 64.
Yes, not 4, 64. And
Squared.
perfect. Brilliant, Down. You see, Down has recognised because she's working out the area, it has to be centimetres squared. So what we've done, we've taken one of the sides of the square painting, 8 centimetres, times it by itself, so 8 times 8, to give us 64 centimetres squared. So we can say the total area of Nadia's painting is 64 centimetres squared. And that's how we work out the word problems with rectangles and area. Down, that was brilliant. High five. Big round of applause for Down, please, guys. And now it's time for the worksheet part of our lesson. So teachers, make sure every student in your class gets their own worksheet. And what today's worksheet has are 3 different word problems involving rectangles. What we want our students to do is to read each one carefully, identify the numbers for calculation, then work them out and write the answers in the spaces provided. So remember, guys, we have to check on the unit of measurement and the answer will be squared, okay? So give our students around 15 minutes for this activity. Help them with anything they need. And what's the first thing to do? Names on top. Okay, so Bangpon, this one's for you. You're welcome. Prel, for you.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Down, here's yours.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Chu, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, here's yours.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Pat,
Thank you, teacher.
you're welcome. Pak Bung, for you. You're welcome. And Net, for you.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. So the first one, guys, a field is 16 meters long and 14 meters wide. What is the area of the field? So we need to take 16 meters and times it by 14 meters. So this is like a multiplication exercise too, because when we're working out areas of something, we need to multiply. So don't be scared to do your working out. Show your working out, guys, and then you can write your answers at the end. And if you need any help, let me know. (16 times 14). And don't forget, for your answer, to use the correct measurement, and the answer will always be squared, the number 2 at the end. Excellent and well done. You see meters squared. Well done, guys. And then number 2, it's the same calculation, but then it's not meters, it's inches. So the abbreviation for inches, you can just use IN. Brilliant, Anne. Excellent, guys. Great to see too, you're all remembering the number 2 at the end. Very important for the area, always squared. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise where they had to read through each of the word problems and then give their answers by showing their workings in the spaces provided. And it was important to remember to use the correct unit, measurements such as meters or inches, and the answer will always be squared with the number 2 at the end. My students here all did a brilliant job, so very well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson, found it interesting, and now understand how to answer word problems with rectangles involving area. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.